don't forget to like and subscribe. A man falls down from the sky and he feels as if he has just been sent to heaven. The last thing he remembers was him doing an experiment. He laughs and thinks that he is so miserable that he died by just doing an experiment. He looks around fascinated that heaven looks like a normal place with grass, trees, and weeds. At the moment, he sees a girl rushing by above him on the cliff, who is looking to relieve herself but can't seem to find a bathroom. He thinks that the girl is wearing some old school clothes which were in style about a few decades ago. The girl in her hurry doesn't notice the man and quickly sits down to pee. The man is shocked at what is she doing. The pee runs down near him, but he quickly runs off. He then notices a sound from the bushes, and it appears to be a snake that is approaching the girl. He calls out to the girl, asking her to be aware of the snake. Instead of heeding to the warning, she gets scared that someone is watching her, but in all this, the snake bites her, and she falls over the cliff onto the man. They both get hurt with the girl falling on top of him. Without a question, she slaps him hard and keeps on punching him. The man feels maybe this is how love feels in heaven, or maybe this is some auspicious first meeting. He finally is able to get up and explains that he had no ill intentions and was only there by accident. He keeps explaining that he is not a bad person. She still accuses him of being a bad person. He explains that there was a poisonous snake near her, and it was nearing her, and that he had tried to warn her. The girl counters him by saying that what was he doing before then? Was he waiting for something? She even explains that how can it be a coincidence that a snake was just at the right time when he being a peeping Tom? She is about to call him a perv, but she feels dizzy. The man explains that his is because of the poison from the snake. He tries to help her, but why she was peeing. The man urged her to let him help her as the poison is dangerous and that she could die unless he somehow takes the venom out. Even though she knows he is right, she tells him that he doesn't want a pervert to help her and faints. At the same time, an old man seems to be looking for a granddaughter. While finding her, he is shocked when he sees a man on top of her. The old man is furious, and he thinks that the man is molesting his granddaughter. He swings his machete and swears to kill him for doing such a thing. The man stops the old man trying to explain that he is trying to save his granddaughter. He tells him that they don't have much time, and if he doesn't stop now, she will die. During all this, the girl slightly opens her eyes and calls her grandpa, telling him that she is cold. The grandpa quickly rushes over to her and asks what happened and that she is scaring him. The man steps in and takes off the girl's pants. The grandpa loses it and asks what the hell does he think he is doing and that he will kill him. The man explains that he can kill him later, but as of this moment, they need to think of a way to save her granddaughter. He further adds that she was bitten by a poisonous snake, and if they don't hurry and suck the poison out, she will die. The grandpa pushes away the man and tells that he will suck out the poison. He smiles and allows, but he said that there is just one problem, that the bite is on her buttocks, which makes the grandpa a bit worried. The man adds more fuel to the fire by telling him that if he does succeed, her granddaughter will feel ashamed to live with him. The man yells at him that there are no more tricks and that he should just step aside. The grandpa holds him and tells him that he can't touch her buttock, to which the man gives up and tells him if he really wants to give her granddaughter a scar for the rest of her life, then he should do it. The old man finally understands and lets the man do it. He explains that he can still manage to suck the poison out. Even though he has so much medical experience, he has never sucked out poison. The old man begs him as she is her only granddaughter. The man musters the courage and sucks the poison out and spits it. He asks the old man to collect some herbs and starts uttering weird herb names which even the old man hadn't heard of. He then goes to collect all these himself. He finds all the herbs and makes some medicine to disinfect the wound. After seeing all this, the old man asks if he really is a doctor. He asks if he thinks of him as an imposter. He can stop helping her, to which the old man takes back his rude question. The man asks the old man about the years as he sees both him and the girl wearing retro clothes that people used to wear decades ago. The old man explains that even though they live up in mountains, they aren't that out of date. He tells him that it's 2019, which shocks the man. The man can't believe it. The old man says that it's 2019 and he can go home and check it on his calendar. He then drags the old man to his house to see his calendar. The old man, while being dragged, yells that they have to his granddaughter and can't leave her alone but naked. They return to his home, and to his surprise, the year actually is 2019. He asks himself that the years was 2089 and how can it be 2019? He then glances at himself in the mirror and doesn't recognize himself. He keeps on saying weird features about his face, that he doesn't have this or that. He asks the old man about the leader of the alliance, but there is no leader or alliance, explains the old man. He further adds that this is the country of Huaxia, which has many neighboring countries such as Xing and Mei, but no alliance. The man puts two and two together that before the alliance, the countries in his time must have been individual countries. He thinks that maybe the explosion from his experiment sent his soul back in time. During their conversation, the girl wakes up. Grandpa felt relaxed after knowing that she was out now. The girl looks around and asks how they got home and weren't they chopping wood in the mountains. He explains that she had been bitten by a snake and this man had helped him save her. She looks at him and immediately yells, "Pervert bastard." The old man tells her not to be rude. She says that he peeked at her butt. The man tells the man to get the herbs as they are almost done boiling. Still shy, she asks if he was the one who applied the medicine. He adds that not only that he also sucked the poison from her butt as well. She yells at him why he had done such a thing. He said it was either him or her grandpa, to which she understands. The man keeps thinking how he had traveled 70 years back into the past from such a small explosion. He leaves and tells her to rest, and she hasn't recovered yet. She asks his name and he tells that it's Tian, and she introduces herself as Li Wan. She asks him why he was on a deserted mountain and that he doesn't look like a villager from around here. He agrees with her and explains that he has no idea how he got there and he only remembers hearing the sound of pee when he woke up. She asks if he saw everything, but then gives a sigh of relief that he had just woken up, so he must not have seen much. He teases her and says that he wakes up fast. She tells him not to joke around and he is just teasing her. He tells that he did see her pee, to which she jumps out of bed to attack him, but falls down as her butt was still hurting. He pulls off her underwear as he needed to massage her to relieve the pain, to which she tells him that he is a pervert and shouldn't be anywhere near her. Chapter 4. The old man returns with the medicine. He tells her granddaughter to come out of her sheets as at the middle of summer she might suffocate. She tells her grandpa that she doesn't have anything to do with this pervert and even death can't make her change her decision. The old man asks what happened, to which he tells that he had massaged her to relieve the pain, or maybe it was because she got her pants taken down twice in one day. Lei Wan warns him that if he dares to spread any type of rumors, he will kill him. Tian laughs and mocks her for being flat except her buttocks, so he wasn't interested at all. He tells the old man to give her medicine so she can heal quickly. Lei Wan doesn't want to drink it and accuses it of being poisoned. This got on Qian's last nerve. He grabs the cup and tells her that he doesn't care if she lives or dies, but this will leave a mark on his reputation as a legend of medicine. Lei Wan mocks him by calling herself the Fairy of Medicine and tells him that she won't drink it. Tian smirks and says that if she doesn't want to drink it, he can always apply the medicine externally. He taunts her even more that she is deliberately trying to get him to apply the medicine on her buttocks as it pleases her. She quickly grabs and drinks it and labels him as a pervert again. The old man asks if his granddaughter will be awk or not. He tells him that she will be fine, but will need a few checkups every few days. He asks the old man if he could stay with them as he has nowhere else to go, and this way he can even check up on Lei Wan's injury. The old man allows him to stay as long as he wants to if he can cure his granddaughter. At night, while the girl dreams of Tian being a pervert and taking off her pants again, Tian keeps thinking about how he got into this unknown body and who the actual owner is. He thinks of scenarios that maybe the owner of this body was an alcoholic or was maybe looking for pleasure. He understood that maybe due to this virgin body, he kept feeling excited every now and then. He thinks that this may not be a coincidence, and that he must get to the bottom of how this body was up in the mountains. Early in the morning, there is a ruckus outside. Tian gets disturbed by it as he wishes to sleep more. An old man named Zhu and some hooligans were outside the old man's house asking for debt. He tells him that he had 2 days to either repay the debt or give Li Wan to them. The old man yells at him, why did he bring so many people? Does he wish to kidnap Li Wan? The old man tells him that he doesn't have the money and he will certainly not hand over her granddaughter to repay his debt. Li Wan begs Grandpa Zhu from the window that he can't give more time to repay the debt. He tells her that she only needs to accept his grandson's marriage proposal and all the debt will be cleared. Huzi had fancied her since he was a kid. Li Wan begs Huzi that she has no such feelings towards him and that he should just forget him. Zhou orders his men to storm the house and bring the girl out. He wants his grandson and her to be married today. The men rush in, but the old man blocks their path, saying that they will have to go through him. Huzi grabs the old man and is about to beat him when Tian opens the door, saying that he doesn't care about their petty fights, but as long as Li Wan is her patient. No one is allowed to take her anywhere. Huzi asks who he is and what relation he has with Li Wan. Tian explains that he's just a doctor looking out for his patient. Li Wan thinks why this pervert is standing up for her. Huzi gets mad that he can scare him. Tian asks him if he sees this small pile of ash in his hand before blowing it into his face. He tells him that beating him is as easy as blowing dust. Huzi gets pissed and wants to beat him, but Shu holds him back and asks that he doesn't look that he is from this village and does he fancy Li Wan as well. Tian tells him that he isn't interested in such types of women, making Li Wan angry for being labeled as a type of woman. Tian asks how much they had owed him and why did he need to bring such a crowd. Zhou says that it's only 20,000. Tian is shocked that for only 20,000 he planned on taking the girl with so many men. Tian tells him that he should be ashamed of himself for doing such a thing even though they all are from the same village. By now, Huzi had enough and went to attack Tane. Manhwa tells him to look out, to which he smiles that she really does care about him. She tells him to dodge his massive punch, but Tane knew that he couldn't punch him. Hizu fell to the ground numb, he couldn't lift a finger. Tane gloats over him, saying that he already told him that dealing with him is as easy as blowing dust. Chapter 6. Zhao and everyone are shocked to see Hizu on the ground. He tells him to get up, but Hizu said that he isn't able to muster even an ounce of energy to get up. Everyone thinks that Tian is a dangerous man for having such abilities. Zhou asks what he has done to his grandson, and that he returns him to normal immediately. The old man agrees that they can't be vicious and asks Tian to revert him back to normal. He sprinkles some powder over Hizu and tells him that this is just a warning and next time he won't go easy on him. Hizu can finally move now. Tian tells them to come back in 3 days and that they should get lost for now. Hizu asks his grandpa that they should not let him off that easily and that Lai Wan only belongs to him. His grandpa tells him that they can't mess with him right now as they don't know anything about him. The best course of action for them would be to come back after 3 days and see if they have the money or not. Lai Wan sees everyone leave. Chan asks if she was actually worried for him, but she tells him that it was all an act and that Hizu should have beat him to a pulp. Tian says that not even 10 guys like him are no match for him. She asks what he had done to Hizu, that how was he able to make him fall down like that. Tian tells her that he is the medicine saint and can create concoctions that can help him in any way. Last night, he had luckily created some from the leftover herbs for his convenience if he ever needed them. Lan Wan laughs that he isn't that powerful. Tian can't believe that he is now being labeled as a liar now. He gloats even more by saying that he can even fix her up by giving her boob job using his medicine. She starts to cry because everyone at school calls her flat bored and even he is teasing her. He calms her down by saying that this is what he does and he can really help her. She then asks him to help her make them bigger. The next day, Li Muan goes to his room as he had left without doing anything for her bosom. She thinks of how her classmates are always calling her flat and how even a plane can land on her flat chest. She musters up her courage and enters his room saying that she doesn't want to be a washing board anymore and he can augment her breasts. To her surprise, there was no one in his room except her grandpa who was cleaning and had heard it all. She is starstruck and asks what her grandpa was doing here, to which he replies that Tian had gone outside to get some herbs, so he thought of cleaning his room. He asks her why she is talking about augmenting her breasts. Lei Wan runs out embarrassed and tells that she didn't say such a thing. While walking out, she trips and falls on Tian. She hurt her butt again. Tian had told her not to run or do anything too excessive, and this time Tian was ready to massage it properly. He pulls down her pants and gives her a massage. She yells and calls him countless bad names like pervert, hooligan, and scoundrel while sobbing. Tin, on the other hand, is mixing some herbs to make a paste. He tells her that all these names are getting old and that she should make new ones. Shen also asks what is the most expensive seafood in the market. Lai Wan tells him that lobsters are the most expensive as only one lobster brings in several $100s. He then tells her to focus on catching lobsters from now on. The old man enters and brings a huge pot that Tian had requested. He then rubs the paste he made onto the rim of the pot and tells them that it's time to go fishing. They set the pot near the seashore underwater and sat down to wait for the results. Tian looks at Lai Wan and thinks that innocent and cute girls were always his type and that Lai Wan is just like that. He compares them to the girls of his time and how they have tattoos and always crave violence. He calls Li Wan an angel as compared to those demonic beings. He feels relieved as maybe the heavens have blessed him for his good deeds. While he was reminiscing, the old man ran to them saying that they are rich. Lai Wan asks what is wrong. He tells both of them to come and see for themselves how the lobsters are gathering on the shore. Far away, we see a huge skyscraper known as the Yin Chuan building. A woman is staring outside the window thinking that it's been 3 days and is he really dead? Her secretary walks in and informs her about a notice from the bank about the debt repayment. She also tells him to arrange a meeting with President Zhu as well. Her secretary advises her that he is not a good person and that having a meal with him is like walking into a tiger's den. The woman explains that she knows what type of a man Zhu is, but she has no choice, and that this is the only way the company can survive. Back at Lai Wan's home, they all sit down for a great meal. The old man thanks Tian that due to him he was able to sell those lobsters, pay Lai Wan's fee, and repay the debt that he had taken from Zhu, all thanks to him. Lai Wan asks him how he managed to do this, and how did those lobsters just come to shore waiting for them. Tian tells her that he may be a superhuman. Lai Wan shrugs and tells him he doesn't have to tell her if he doesn't want to. She still thanks her for doing all this for them. Tian only asks that she stops kicking him when he massages her. She yells that why does he have to bring up such embarrassing moments and can't he just be grateful? There is a knock at the door, and the old man asks them to come in. To their surprise, it's Joe who enters and asks if they are celebrating something, seeing all the scrumptious food on the table. Grandpa yells at Joe that why is he here when he already has gotten all his payment back. Joe tells him that he actually came here for Lai Wan and Husey, that they would make a good couple. Shane interrupts, saying that he is still trying to force and fix his grandson with Li Hua. Shin grabs Li Wan and makes it clear to Zhu that Li Wan is his and only his, and that his grandson should just forget her. Chapter 9. Lai Wan called him a hooligan for grabbing her. Tin grabs her butt and asks her if she really wants to marry Husey. He explains that he is only acting this way so that Joe and Hizu stop bothering him in the future. Zhu looks at both of them hugging easily and thinks that maybe Li Wan really does like him as she looks comfortable in his arms. He gives up and leaves, saying that young people should deal with their own affairs and that he is too busy for this stuff and has other things to do. Lai Wan gets mad at Tian for grabbing her butt and tells him that she will bite him to death. Later at night, she asks Tian if he can really make her bosom bigger. She asks him questions like if he will put silicone inside them or will perform surgery, as she doesn't like pain. Tian explains that he had done similar augmentation for the president's daughter in the past, and this was just a walk in the park. She thinks that he is just bragging. Chin grabs the ointment he had made and tells her that he has to apply it directly and massage it for it to be absorbed. She thinks it smells really good, but he advises her that it's not for eating. He tells her that she should consider it again, as this will be a physical contact with her. She agrees and pretends as if a dog is touching her, which pisses off Tian. Tian tells her that he won't be gentle. He massages her bosom and gets a warm yet soft feeling. He describes it as legendary. After an hour-long session, he walks away saying that he will make some medicine tomorrow for her and that she must take it. He walks away and thinks that this frail body really is weak. He got winded from just a simple massage. He thinks of creating supplements to make sure his body is in better condition for future needs. He plans on making strength and special supplements for this body, as it will be useful for any unexpected situation. He looks up at the sky, thinking that he never knew controlling his desires would require a skill as well. In East City, we see a young man telling his dad that according to the reports he has found, the bastard is dead. The father is surprised and asks, did this happen? He explains that he is not sure, but it could have been some social scum who came out of nowhere and murdered him. This happened to be convenient for them. He tells them that his uncle doesn't know this yet and he shouldn't share this information with anyone else. He tells him that he knows what to do and will remain quiet in front of his uncle. His father then inquires about the progress between him and Sin Yu. He asks that he always took pride about how good his game was with the girls, and he still hasn't settled with that woman. He grunts, explaining that Sin Yu isn't like other women and it's difficult this way. His father tells him that if she was same as other women, then she wouldn't be known as Ouying Sin Yu. He pressures him that this step is crucial, as he must attain her, as this is the only way for their family to rise in status. The young man said that he will do his best to do so. Back at Lai Wan's place, Tian is making the medicine when Lai Wan rushes in and tells him that they need to leave quickly. Tian drops his medicine, which he had been working on since morning, but Li Wan tells him that this isn't the time to worry about medicine and that they should leave immediately. A plague is coming and Grandpa wants them to leave immediately. Chen questions this, that how can a plague happen out of nowhere? As soon as they step out, they see some men in hazard suits who tell them that they are in the red zone, and to prevent the plague from spreading, they must be quarantined, and they should head for the quarantine center. Chan questions him and asks why he is just randomly quarantining everyone without even checking for symptoms or sickness. They point a tranquilizer at him and tell him that no resistance is accepted, and they will trank him if they deem it necessary. Tian thinks that this is cruel of them to just point tranquilizers at them. Tian knows that it's no use and he agrees to follow them. Both of them are sent into the quarantine room along with many others. Tian sees hordes of people just waiting around, tired. Grandpa calls out to her granddaughter that what is she doing here? He had advised her to run away with Tian and escape this plague. She tells him that she tried to, but the other people were too fast and caught them while they were escaping. One of the men tells the old man not to make a fuss and that the plague broke out a few hours ago and that they couldn't have escaped, as the village was already sealed and blocked from all sides. He tells Li Wan that it was up for him to die as he was already too old, but his granddaughter was silly and young, and if anything bad had happened to her, he couldn't live with himself. Li Wan tells her grandpa that he doesn't have to worry, as this place has all the doctors and everything will be fine soon. Grandpa thinks of this as a joke, saying that if they had a way to solve this, they wouldn't have blocked the village. Tin, on the other hand, starts to think about various reasons as to how this plague may have occurred. He thinks of the symptoms and how he could treat it if he knew more about it. He is an expert in herbs, but not at diagnosing people. He tells them that he is just coming back after he does some investigations. Lewan stops him, saying that he will get infected. Even Grandpa tells him that it's useless to go out there. Shin smiles and says that he will be fine and they don't have to worry about him. He casually walks out and is stopped by one of the doctors who tell him that he isn't allowed to move around. Chan replies that he just came out for a stroll and asks if they found the solution yet or not. If not, then maybe he could help them. This pisses the doctor off. He says that they have put so much effort, resources, and manpower trying to solve this, and they couldn't. How can he solve this? He tells him to go back and not to bother them. Tian talks back and tells them that it's fine, and he went on about his business and doesn't have to mind him. Tian says that he is responsible for his own body and he has no right to stop him. This pisses the doctor off, and he asks a quarantine officer to come down and shoot this man for trying to spread the plague. Tian accuses him of lying and yells that he only offered to help and he is lying about him spreading the plague. Just then, one of the lead doctors overhears their quarrel and asks what the matter is. The young doctor tells Dr. Wu that he arrived at the right time, as this man here was claiming that he can solve this problem. Even Dr. Wu is shocked and tells him that he shouldn't promise such things. He also asks if he actually is a doctor. Chan claims that he can help and get it done. Junji asks him if he was even qualified to be a doctor or if he has any certifications to prove his worth. If not, then he is useless. Chan asks him what effect does these two herbs cause. Junji is left speechless and can't make out what to say. Chan replies that its perfect clearing heat inside the body is what Junji needs at the moment. Junji gets mad and asks what is he on about. Chan further adds that with help of some other herbs his body will be as dry as it is now. Chan explains that no one is more well-versed in herbs than him. If he still isn't qualified, then neither is Junji. Dr. Wu thinks that Tian is a master of Chinese medicine, but he tells him that he is not a doctor, but is familiar with all the herbs. Dr. Wu tells him that he is being too modest and takes him to see the patient. The patient looks shaken, with their eyes going pale and their face going dark. He asks what Dr. Wu's first diagnosis was. Junji laughs and thinks that Tian is a quack and a liar after all. Tian looks at him pissed as hell and tells him that he is too noisy. Dr. Wu tells Junji that he spoke ill and got scared by a glance, which means he knows what he did was wrong. Dr. Wu explains the symptoms that he had found from all such patients, but further tests are still needed to be conducted. Chen thinks of a remedy to solve all of these with one concoction and asks for a pen and paper. He lists down various herbs that can be essential in curing all the symptoms as well as the entire plague itself. He tells them to boil all these herbs in water and give them to the patients 3 times a day. He called this life extension soup. Wu views the prescription and thinks that he has heard this name somewhere in a document, and this must be really popular and hard to come by. He is shocked that Tian knows how to make it. He hands the prescription to the nurse and tells her to make it as soon as possible. Junji says that it's all pompous and that there is no such thing. Tian mocks Junji that even though he isn't capable of anything, he can still make some decent comments. He further taunts Junji by telling that if he has a wife, he should leave her, as he should harm her any further. Jinju gets pissed and asks what he had meant by that comment, and he won't let him leave until he explains. Tian slowly lists down his symptoms from heavy waist, swollen feet, discomfort while peeing, and to his lower body often feels cold. Jinju is flustered and asks him that he knows all this. Chin keeps on going and lists down more and more points for him to listen and go even more in shock. Chin tells him that he suffers from kidney deficiency, and this causes difficulty in erection, and based on that he won't be able to satisfy his wife, and for this reason he wanted him to leave his wife before any actual harm was done. Jinju tries to play it off by saying that he has lots of fun at night and that he easily satisfies his wife. The others start to talk behind his back. No wonder both him and his wife are always so pissed, cause she doesn't get any action. In the meantime, the medicine is done and the nurse serves it to the patient. After an hour, it takes effect, and the patient looks more lively as if she is sleeping peacefully. Everyone is shocked, and they say that Tian is amazing considering that he comes from a small village. Seeing this, Jinju understands that he really is a skilled doctor even more than him. He begs him to help him with his special case so that he can keep his wife happy. He tells him that he doesn't deny it, and everything he said is true, that his wife is unhappy with him, and due to this reason, he is always pissed. He asks for his forgiveness, but Tian denies it. He begs him that he is only 30 years old and he has yet to try many different things with his wife. If he helps him and for his help, he would be rewarded. Tian tells him that it's his alcohol and lust addiction that has caused this and that this isn't his business. He leaves saying that he isn't a doctor, isn't obligated to help others, and only does what he likes. He further tells that now that the plague is resolved, he should treat the rest of the patients properly. Jinshu realizes his mistake, that he should not have messed with Tian, the super doctor. Even Dr. Wu is impressed with him. Everyone greets Dr. Tian and thank him for saving the village from such a bad plague. They all appreciate his efforts as a doctor. He keeps telling them that he's not a doctor, but they still think so anyway. A few days later, Tien rubs a paste he made for his body and absorbs it all into his skin. He feels glad that now his body will be strong as well. He laughs that this is not the only thing that has gotten him strong, but in fact his trunk is now strong as well. He raises his trunk and is glad that this weak part is strong now too. Just then, Li Wan enters and tells him that a reporter is there to interview him, but as soon as she sees the trunk in the air, she throws a bottle to it. Tien can't bear the pain and tells her that it's first time it got like this, so she doesn't have Ray beat it to death. The interviewer asks to interview Tien, but he explains that he is neither a great doctor nor a simple doctor. He tells them that he doesn't have time, but in reality, Tien knew that he can't risk being seen on television because whoever killed the original owner of this body might be watching, and this would jeopardize a lot of things. He tells her that the real hero is daughter Wu and that they should interview him. The interviewer tells him that all the villagers think of him as the great doctor who saved them, and that this interview might help him create his name and get popular unless he wants to be buried. Everyone cheers him and pushes him to do the interview so that he can become famous. Even Lai Wan tells him that he should do this so that he can become popular, but Chan ignores her as if she was an ignorant girl. The reporter keeps on pushing him that he should stop acting since all the villagers are pointing towards him for being their savior. Tian laughs and tells the interviewer that if the entire village said that she was her wife, then would she be his wife? The interviewer is shocked along with others who call Tian a shameless man for saying such things and flirting with the journalists. The interviewer is also quick on her feet and requests that she will be her wife if she lets her interview her first. He mocks her even more by saying that she doesn't have dignity if she can be harassed by anyone and that he doesn't need a wife like that. Everyone stares at them when Dawu appears. Tian asks him if he was the one who told everyone about this. Dawu explains that he couldn't take credit for his work, and that his work has rekindled a fire in him for Chinese medicine, and that how it still has many applications. He further adds that he can save so many lives if he uses it properly. Tian tells him that he isn't a doctor and doesn't care if anyone lives or dies. He orders the cameraman to surrender the tape and walk away. Tian knows that it will be a big problem if this goes public. The interviewer steps in saying that she has the right to film whatever she wants. Tan replies back saying that it is also within his rights to say no and not give an interview and can request the tape as well. Derwu tells them that all this can be resolved with some talk. The interviewer tells Derwu that he should cooperate and that she won't bite him. She can flirt and roleplay, but she deserves a bit of his attention and Vab at least give a small interview. Others tell them that this will be beneficial for him as well. Shan now knew that this is getting out of hand and that he can't stay in the village for long. He asks the interview to talk to him alone inside. She becomes hesitant and asks what he plans on doing with her, and only an idiot would go with him. He tells her that she can look at her hands, then decided it's totally her call. She blames it on him, but he tells her that only he has the cure of her illness. She even consults Derwu and to see what was wrong, and even he doesn't know. She is left with no choice but to enter. The interviewer is shocked that not even Derwu knows how to cure this. Derwu tells him that she can trust Darqian as he might seem tough, but he really cares for his patients. She agrees to go inside where Tan tells her that she must do something for him as he got into this situation due to her. She asks how she can trust him when he did this to her hands. Tan tells her that they only have 1 hour until her hands become like this for the rest of her life. She trusts him and he explains that she must find out about a person, and that person is actually him. She laughs, but he tells her that it is true and that she needs to get info for her. She asks how she can get access to such info, to which Tian adds that she is not their simple run-of-the-mill woman, but a strong journalist who knows how to find a story. He even adds that she referred to Derwu as Uncle Wu, which means she already had connections with him. The interviewer starts to think that maybe he is actually really smart. He tells her that he had lost his memories and the last thing he remembered was being thrown into the sea. He blames her for trying to reveal this secret, as he wanted to lay low in the village and conspire in secrecy, and now due to her he may be killed twice. She starts to think that maybe her interview did cause such problems for him, but she only wanted good scope and didn't mean no harm. Chin brings out a small bucket of glistening water. He tells her that he would never have been struck in such a position if it weren't for her. She understands and he tells her to dip her hand in the water for 3 minutes, after which her hands emerge whiter than before. She is the only one who can accomplish this task, says Tian. She agrees and assures him that she will solve his matter efficiently. Derwu asks him what went on between them, to which Tian replies to nothing much. Derwu warns him to be careful as he doesn't know who she is in reality. Derwu asks Tian if he has any plans for his future regarding a job or a position that he is aiming for. He explains that his hospital has a vacancy for Director of Chinese Medicine and he would be the perfect fit for the title. Tian pushes him out saying that he doesn't need it, and as the interview is now over, he should go back since he is not needed here. Wu tries to bribe Tian by telling him that he can have any role or title awarded to him. Not only that, but he can most probably get a car, money, and even an apartment along with the job. Tian appreciates the offer, but he leads him out saying that he is not a doctor, and no matter the conditions or title, he will never say yes. Few hours pass by, and it's night time. Tian is looking out to the sky when Lai Wan enters and confronts him about his departure. She asks if he really plans on going and why can't he stay longer. Tian explains to her that it isn't all right for him to keep staying, especially after all that had happened. He had planned to stay for longer, but was not able to due to the current unrest he feels. Lai Wan tells him that if he fears something or someone, they can face it together. He tells her that it's going to be fine and that he can come back anytime and even visit her at school. She asks him to pinky swear and that it's a deal. He agrees and feels as if his heart just got heavier. Maybe this feeling is what he longed for, to be cared for. The old man joins them and says that even though he is now old and his time is long gone, this is now the time for young ones to step up. Saying this, he tells Tian to follow his aim and go ahead with what he needs to do, and no matter the decision, he will be there to support him. Just the Huzi rushes in and everyone, especially the old man, as he yells at that why he is here. Hizu begs Tian that he wants to be his apprentice and learn from him. Even Li Wan is shocked to hear that he wants to take Tian as his master. Tian applauds him for being cunning, as he knows that following him would make him stand out more in crowd, but he rejects him, saying that he does not plan to take any apprentice at the moment and he should leave. Hizu hesitates as if his plan has been caught and asks if there's anything about him that he can change so that Tian would accept him. The old man taunts Hizu, saying that he doesn't have the brains to think of such a thing, and it must have been the old fox Zhou put him up to this. Lei Wan tells Hizu that there is no point in begging and that Lion never steps back from his decision. Lei Wan gets shocked when Hizu refers to her as master mistress. She can't believe it. Zhu puts 20,000 on the table as his fee and leaves, saying that if they require more, then they can ask him without hesitation. Meanwhile, Lei Wan is blushing for being called master mistress. Later on, Tian visits the journalist Miss Wang to find out whether she was able to find something related to the original owner of this body or not. She looked at him with anger and handed him the documents. When Tian grabs the document, he accidentally touches her, which makes Miss Wang jump back and call the name, saying that she touched a disgusting man. Shin is in disbelief as to why she's acting that way. He didn't do anything wrong. He thinks maybe the truth behind his body is the real reason. He quickly rushes through the documents and is in disbelief from what he has seen. He asks if all these are authentic. She tells him that it's all true, and that she is disgusted to even breathe the same air as him. Shen really can't believe that these horrendous things were actually the norm for the real owner of the body. He learns that the real owner of the body was a total thug who wasted his entire life. He was a playboy, spending his family's fortune day in and day out. He would conspire with evil associates and even date various girls, stay at hotels, clubs, all night partying. Tian can't believe what he is reading, that he was a complete seducer, and no wonder this body was weak all the time. It was all due to his lifestyle of partying, alcohol, fooling around with girls. He can't pretend with himself, saying that even he wasn't this addicted. Miss Wang thinks that from his expression it feels as if he really did lose his memories and then he didn't remember any of it. Was he telling the truth all along? Tian tells her that it's the truth and that he was a man of morals and high standards. He would not indulge himself in such lustful or addictive acts all day long. Tian thinks that the only thing he has in common with this body is that they have the same name, which may be just sheer dumb luck. Miss Wang tells him that even though most of the pages tell about his horrific acts, some do tell something that is useful. That he has a company as well as a fiance, have a girlfriend, and now he has a fiancé. Miss Wang tells him that as far as she could dig up, she had concluded that his company is about to go under and even his finance is in a lot of trouble. Tian asks what kind of trouble is her fiancé in. Miss Wang tells that she's being framed for something she didn't do. Tian starts thinking that him being killed and thrown on an abandoned mountain and her fiancé also being framed is too likely to be a coincidence. Tian asks who might the culprits be. Miss Wang taunts him that why should she tell him? It's his mess after all, so he needs to deal with it and find out. Shin asks what she wants in return for the information, and she quickly asks him about his medical expertise, that he had no prior experience in Chinese medicine, so how did he get this skill? Tian smiles and counters her by saying that what if he had no idea either than what? He also tells her isn't she afraid of him since neither the old man nor Lai Wan are at home. Miss Wang says that why should she be afraid? After all, his life is on the line, not hers. At this moment, Shin quickly runs towards her, pushes her to the ground. Miss Wang yells at him for assaulting her, and that resorting to force is no way to get his answers. She even threatens him that she's a master in judo and won't hesitate to use it against him. Tian tells her to be quiet and points towards the holes in the wall. Miss Wang is shocked to see that they are bullet holes. They quickly hide below the window and Cheyenne tells her that the marksman is right outside. She asks him what should they do now. Cheyenne says that he has no idea what to do now. Miss Wang yells at him to quickly think of something to get her out of here. She blames it all on him that these people are here to kill him and she's getting in between this madness. Chan questions her that maybe they are after her due to her father who is in a high position. He might have offended someone and they came after her. He tells her to quickly call the police and not waste time. As she is dialing, a gun is pointed on her head. The marksman tells her to hand over the phone and 2 more marksmen enter the room. They applaud them for their quick thinking and hiding, but luck is not on their side. Miss Wang asks who they are, but they say that it's not important and that they will die today. Cheyenne shifts the talk towards Miss Wang, saying that they must have come to kill her and they can do that and he won't utter a word of what happened today. Miss Wang throws her shoe at him and called her a coward of a man that he really is a shame for all men. Even a marksman calls him gutless and worthless wretch and that it's a shame to even kill a man like him. Chin happily says that then don't kill him and this way he won't be ashamed. All the marksmen laugh and tell him that he is doomed to die today. Even Miss Wang thinks that if she knew that he was such a two-faced person, she would have never did him the favor. Shin keeps talking and even says that he will survive because they don't know who Miss Wang's father is. Miss Wang tells him to shut up, but Chien keeps yapping about how her dad is the head of the city and they won't be able to escape if they kill her. The marksman applauds him, but he already knew that told him that they weren't here to kill her, but him instead. Miss Wang laughs that after all that he had done, this is exactly what he deserves. She consoles him that after his death, she will visit his grave and put flowers as well. But Chien was confident and says that it was enough fun and games. Now the real show begins. He quickly covers Miss Wang's mouth and throws something inside her mouth. She instantly yells, "What do you do that?" Tyans tells that it's obviously an antidote for what is about to come next. Miss Wang is confused. At that moment, Xian raises his hand and says falling as if he was giving a signal, and to Miss Wang's surprise, all the marksmen fall down and were powerless. Even she was shocked that he was able to do this with just a wave of his hand. The marksmen are confused as well and can't move. They all ask him what he has done. Chicken replies that it was just by the rub of his fingers and that he had started it as soon as they stepped in. All the stories earlier were just to buy time for the drug to kick in. Miss Wang is impressed at his intelligence. Tian was in power and tells them to reveal who hired them, and in return, he would not kill them. The marksmen call him a coward and says that they won't utter a word. Tian says that it's fine by him and he would love to interrogate them, but instead of a gun, he would use his arsenal of drugs. The marksman is shocked to see so many packets of drugs he has inside his shirt. Chan asks them to choose any packet he wishes. Miss Wang asks what they are. He tells them one of them can even fix her constipation, to which she starts jumbling her words that she isn't constipated. Tim reverts his attention back to the marksman and tells them if they can't make a choice, he will make one for them. The marksman says that he isn't afraid of some party trick and won't fall for it. Tan is impressed with his courage and gives him the first dose as he never got the chance to use this one before, so it's fortunate that he became his guinea pig. A few moments later, the marksman says that nothing has happened and that once they get their energy back, they will shoot him. Shen tells him that he should be more worried about his assailant, who is looking at him with lovey-dovey eyes. He asks what the hell he is looking at. The man says that he can't control himself, but the only thing he knows is that he is single and that his friend is looking cute and starts trying to kiss him. The man is having none of this gay stuff and says that he will tell him everything, but just make him stop. Miss Wang records them while one tries to kiss the other. Tian tells him that he better tell him quick, because as soon as the drug is absorbed completely, his friend will rape him. The man quickly tells him that Liu Fu, the owner of the real estate company, is the one who hired them. Tian asks the reason for his assassination, but they didn't know. The guy begs Tian to set them free as he was about to take his pants off. Miss Wang tells Tian that she knows Liu Fu. Tian gives them the antidote and they run away, or so the thought. Tian actually had given them the bag for a similar drug that makes them feel hot and they start to strip naked. Tian looks at Miss Wang. She tells him not to look at him like that. Tian asks for her phone, but she hesitates. Tian tells her that does she want a cure for her constipation or not. Miss Wang still denies it, but as soon as Tian is leaving, she tells him to wait and asks if he can really help her. Tian compares her to the hypocrite and tells her that why deny it before and that she should let him diagnose her. He tells her to quickly lift her shirt so he can touch her belly to diagnose her, even though she feels shy. She tells him that he can touch her belly and not get any wrong ideas. Tian touches her belly. Miss Wang again jumps with hesitation as she is super shy. Tian feels her belly and understands what the issue is. He writes a prescription that can cure all the small symptoms that he felt are there and hands it to her. Miss Wang asks that will this really work? Tian replies that she can take it or leave it. Also, this wasn't for free. These 20 characters prescription with cost her 20,000. Miss Wang calls him a thief for charging so much only for a prescription. By this time, Li Wan and the old man walk. They had left to buy groceries. They invite her to stay for dinner as well. Chen grabs the prescription and asks Li Wan to burn it, but Ms. Wang quickly grabs it, saying that she will pay for it. She tells Li Wan that Tian is a scam artist and too greedy. He charged her 20,000 only for a prescription. Both Li Wan and the old man say that it's way too much. Tian says that he gave her a discount and that his prescription is not cheap. Saying this, he reminds them all that he will be leaving tomorrow. This makes Li Wan a bit sad. The next day, when both Tian and Miss Wang are about to leave, Chen advises the old man not to share the method of how they catch lobsters to anyone, as it may cause them trouble. Old man heeds his advice and tells him that he should stay a few more days. Even Li Wan asks him that he said he would stay for a bit more time. Chen says that he has been gone for way too long and he must return. He thinks that it's the best thing, as now even the killers are after him. Li Wan feels sad at first but acts as if she doesn't care and tells him to quickly go away. Tian says that it's not forever and that he will come to see her at school when he's free to check her injury. Li Wan yells at him to no talk about her embarrassing injury, and Tian leaves smiling. Miss Wang asks him that what he will do next. Will he see his fiance? Tian says that he must go see her as he has been missing, and she's being framed for all this as he owes her that much, but his top priority is to find the person behind this. They reach the city and Miss Wang asks how he feels, as the city is always bustling in comparison to the village, which is more on the quiet side. Tian says that it isn't bad in reality. He thinks that in his future they don't have such inferior cars. Miss Wang thinks that he is acting too much and that he will be shocked later on. They reach Miss Wang's apartment and it's quite big and super clean. She asks him if he thinks this is good or not, but to Tian it's more like a common house, not that marvelous. This pisses Miss Wang. Shin, on the other hand, makes himself comfortable and says that he can live here and it's no hassle, to which Miss Wang seems surprised that does he really plan on living with her. Shin tells her that that's why he came along with her, so that he can stay here, as he did not have any other place to stay. Tian says that he will be mindful and won't let her take any sort of advantage of him. Miss Wang thinks that she should be concerned about her safety and tells him that he can stay if he pays her rent. She sets the rent as 10,000 and asks an advance of 20,000, which is non-negotiable. Shin labels her as black-hearted con artist, as she took back the same money he got for prescription. She says that it's an eye for an eye, which she picked up from him. Later on in the club, we see Liu Fu, who is having fun, drinking, and enjoying with the girls. His two friends, Q and Zhou, sweet-talk the girls that they are lucky to be with Liu and that they shouldn't forget this moment. Liu calls them out for sweet-talking too much and calls them uneducated. Zhou thinks to himself that he was the on who bought his degree with his father's money, and he called them uneducated. Just then, Liu's phone rings and he tells him to get lost and not disturb him while he's having fun. The person on the phone tells him that Tian is still alive and he was sighted in the city. Liu gets terrified when he hears this news and asks how he is alive. Zhou tells the girls to leave as the situation seemed heated. The person on the phone tells Liu to find and kill Tian or else he will be killed. Q asks what's wrong as he looks scared. Liu asks them that are they sure that Tian is dead. Zhou tells him that they killed him themselves. Liu tells them that he is alive and was sighted in the city. Zhou can't believe it. Liu tells them that they should go and find him, otherwise their good days are on their last legs. Zhou asks about Cheng and that what they should with her, as they already have made life living hell for her. Liu tells him to find Tian first and later they can deal with Tian's fiance Cheng. At the same time, we see Cheng, who is at home. Her parents are telling her to leave the company since Tian is missing. Cheng says to her mom that right now they need to find him. Even her father tells her that searching for him of no use and that he will break off the engagement with the Yi family. Her mom says that it's her dad's fault, as he was the one who set up the engagement. Her dad feels sorry for giving her daughter such a bitter life with that bastard. Cheng tells them that even if Tian didn't treat her well, she is still part of the company, and right now that's all that matters to her and nothing else. Miss Wang hands over some documents to Tian and asks what he plans to do now. He tells her that he plans to go see him, and she also has to do him a quick favor and lend him some money. Miss Wang gets pissed that she isn't a sugar mommy with whom he can just live with and borrow money from. Chen tells him that it is actually her fault, since he was just living peacefully in the village and she was the one who disturbed his life by putting him in danger because of her. She feels a bit guilty and hands him her card and says that he can spend 8,000 and not a single penny more. Tian tells her that the money will go to special use and she doesn't need to worry. Later at Liu Fu's office, we see that Liu is still restless due to Tian being alive, and he had not received any update from his two hooligans. Shortly after, the secretary enters the room and asks him to sign some documents. He just signs them quick, which shocks the secretary, as he used to grope her before every time she came to his office. She even asked him that he hasn't fondled her for so long. Liu tells her to leave as his mood was bad enough already. She leaves him, calling him a pig in her thoughts. Just then the door opens again. Liu thinks it's the secretary again and tells her to leave, but is shocked when he sees that it's Tian. Chan enters with 2 girls and asks who made him angry. Liu is shocked and asks why he is here. Tian says that he came to comfort Liu for all this hard work and has even brought 2 beauties along with him. Liu finds it hard to understand that he is calling them beauties. He tells Tian that he was with girls all night last night and doesn't have the energy to do anything. He tells Tian to keep the beauties for himself. Shin sprinkles some powder and tells him that he believes in him and that Liu must believe in his physique and that he can muster the energy. Liu doesn't understand, but soon he feels a huge warmth inside him. He can't understand why he feels so hot. Shin locks the door and Liu questions him for it. Tian tells him that he wouldn't be comfortable making love in front of his staff, so he locked it and tells the girls to go on ahead. The 2 girls jump towards Liu. Liu yells at the girls to stop kissing him and that they don't know who he is. Chen also starts filming and tells Liu that the girls cost him a lot of money, so he should accept the gift. He also tells him that it's not good to hold it in and he should let loose and have fun. Just then, Liu feels an urge within which he could not control and he rips all his clothes. Even the girls are impressed. Tian smiles while he films Liu having fun with the girls. An hour later, everyone gathered outside Liu's office and saw how he was on the ground unconscious while the 2 girls were smoking next to him. Everyone thinks that Mr. Liu is pretty bold to do all this in the office with such girls. Tian leaves the scene as he has his ace in the hole now. Shortly after, Liu wakes up in the hospital and yells that he will kill that Tian for making a mockery of him. Zhao and Shu are beside him and tell him that he should take it easy on the Viagra, as the doctor instructed him. They also tell him to be cautious of his health and that they can take revenge any time. They assure him that Tian will be punished for this. Liu is concerned about Tian, that he used to be ignorant and a playboy, but now he is conniving and incompetent. He tells them that they should still find him and get his video back because otherwise he will be made a laughing stock. Shortly after, there is a knock on the door and Chan enters the room, leaving Liu shocked. He yells at him for tricking him and that he has guts coming back. Tian says that he only helped his friend vent his inner desires and that didn't trick him. He tells Liu that he was a bit short on money these days and wanted his humble bro to help him out by giving him 30 million. Liu tells him that's impossible. Tian understands and tells him that he will be calling the police. Liu asks him why he would do that and does he plan on killing him. Tian says that the police will interrogate him and as evidence he would have to release his tape, which will eventually be his own downfalls. Liu knows that he will be destroyed, so he agrees to give him the 30 million in return for the tape. Just then the door opens and the police rush in. Officer Xia enters and asks who had called the police. Tian thinks that what a big bosom she has. Liu tells that it was a big misunderstanding and that they don't need the police at the moment. Officer Xia tells him that it's an offense to Ms. lead the police. Meanwhile, Tian looks at her bosom and thinks if the Liuan is taking the medicine he gave for her bosom. Officer Xia notices that Tian is looking at, so she shifts the blame on him, that calling the police for no reason is a crime, and tells him that he has to come down to the station to explain himself. Shaden gets angry and tells her that he was just looking at her bosom and it's not crime. Others also look at her bosom, so what has he done that marks him out of the ordinary? Liu apologizes for Tian and tells the police officer that it's just a mix-up and that they don't take away Tian. Shin leaves with the check and decides to go to the bank to create an account. On the cashier's window, a man is seen hogging the window trying to flirt with the girl. He asks the girl if she is available tonight to go on a date or not. She politely declines. He asks that he has to withdraw money so that he can keep talking to her. Even the girl replies that he has done this multiple times and this is not appropriate. Tian had enough of this nonsense and tells the guy to move away as it was his turn. He gloats that he can do as he wishes with his money. Tian calls him shameless as he is showing a somewhat little amount of money. This pisses him off and he tells the cashier to withdraw all of his 1 million. He shows his deposit book, but Tian says that he is going to embarrass himself and puts his check down and tells him to see the number on it. The guy is shocked to see 30 million on the check. The cashier tells them to quiet down as this is a bank. Meanwhile, the cashier brings 300,000 for him and tells him that this is real money and maybe his check is forged. Just then shots are fired and we see some robbers who came to rob the bank. They tell everyone to sit down. If they try to call the police, they will be shot. Tian is amazed that people rob in daytime. The robber sees the pile of money next to the man. The man tells him not to take his money, but the robber points the gun at him and says that it's his now. Tian applauds the robber and the robber asks him why he isn't afraid, to which Tian just says that they are robbing the bank and coming to kill him, so it's none of his business. The robber laughs at his interesting point. Just then the police arrive. The robbers tell Tian that he will be their hostage, but Qian says aren't the silly to just choose a hostage at random and that they should take the timid little guy who is the perfect hostage. The robber points the gun at the timid guy and tells Tian to leave as he has no business here. The robber thinks that this guy seems to be dangerous and it's better if he's out of the way. The police wait outside and see that someone is coming outside the bank. They point their guns, but Qian tells them that he was a hostage, so they don't fire at him and that they don't have to worry about him. Officer Xia is there and tells him that she just saw him and now he is robbing a bank. She tells the other officers to arrest him. Tian tells them that he was a hostage and why they were arresting him. Officer Xia says that he is pretending to be a good citizen, but is actually a robber, and now she will torture him. Qian yells that is their superior officer here as Officer Xia is misusing her power to exact revenge on him. Officer Xu, her superior, arrives and asks why the robbers let him go. He tells them that he had no money and wasn't afraid of them. Speaking of money, Tian remembers that had left his check for 30 million inside and tells the officers that he forgot something and has to go back inside. Officer Xia tells him that it's suicide as the robbers have guns and can kill him. He tells her that his check is inside and if they allow him to go back, he will help them to catch the robbers. She doesn't believe him, but Chan tells her that they won't be able to save them as they have too many hostages. Superior Officer Xu lets him go but asks how certain is he that he can stop the robbers. Tian says that he is 100% sure and heads back inside. Officer Xia asks what if he was a robber, but Officer Xu gives her a document about his identity. She, after reading it, calls him a pervert and a scum. The robbers are surprised to see him back inside and ask why he had come back. Some say that he must have been sent by the police and they should kill him, but Qian says that they shouldn't mind him because he only wants his check back, nothing else. He doesn't see his check on the counter and asks the robber if he took the check. The robber says that he needs cash, not a check. Qian asks the cashier and she points towards the timid dude that he took it. Qian yells at him why he took his check and that he needs it to help her fiance. Meanwhile, the robber puts the gun on Tian's head, asking why the police let him back in. Shiden says that the answer is quite simple and that they sent him to handle the robbers. The robbers laugh, but Qian focuses on his check and asks the timid little dude where his check is and that he better hand it over if he doesn't want to die. He tells him that he didn't take it and even if he beats him up, he won't confess. Chan kicks him hard, but still he says that he didn't take it. Chan notices a paper falling down his pocket and quickly pulls out his pockets to see pieces of his check. He can't believe it and punches him for tearing his check. In the monitor room, both the officers look at Qian beating a hostage and asks what they should do. Officer Shu tells her to wait. Qian keeps kicking him in his groin and asks for his 30 million back. Even the robbers are scared to see him. The guy begs him to stop and says maybe it can be fixed. Qian asks if this torn check could be cashed, but the cashier says that it's not possible. Tian starts kicking him again, saying that the money was for his wife. Officer Xia says that they should send in officers as he is beating one of the hostages, but Officer Stu says that they should wait even though his methods are weird, but he is not an average guy and can manage it. The robbers talk and say that Chan might kill the guy and they aren't here to kill. They have their money and the hostages, so they can escape now with ease. Their leader agrees and tells them to take hostages and calls the cashier forward. He shoots in the air and tells her to come forward or else she would get shot. She trembles but steps forward and grabs her, saying that maybe later they can have some fun, but Qian grabs the robber's hand and tells him that the cashier is his. The robber asks what he is doing. Is he trying to save the damsel in distress? Tian says that the girl is his and that rescuing her is part of the job as he came inside to stop all of them. Just then, one of the robbers falls down laughing while another starts to cry about his dog. One by one, all of them became slaves of their old memories. Some think of plants as their ex and ask why she rejected him. Some keep crying and the leader thinks that he finally has hair and plays around with a plant over his head. Even the cashier is confused as to how he did it. In the interrogation room, Officer Xia tells him to fix his attitude as he is under questioning. Tian says that he risked his life with the robbers and instead of thanks is arrested for beating a guy who tore his check. She tells him that beating anyone is not tolerated and that the robbers are crying, laughing, and acting weird and that they might die. Tian says that he was only told to handle them and never told them how he would do it. She tells him that if they die, he would become a murderer and that he should get rid of it. Tian teases her that he is quick in getting rid of women's clothing as well, and if she wants, he can give a demo, which makes her blush and angry at the same time. Tian says that doesn't want to be a murderer and can fix them only if Officer Xia and him can be friends. Later on, we see Xia meets Tian and she asks where they are going. He tells her that for them to become friends, they need to have a dance. Xia tells her that he better keep his hands to himself, They dance and Xia tells her that he better behave, otherwise she will chop off his hand. Tan takes it as a challenge and tries to grope her, but she quickly slaps his hand. She tells him that now they are friends and she will complete the dance with him, but if he gropes her, she will be rude to him. Tian accepts the challenge again. Xia is dancing and everyone looks at her and they think she is super pretty. They even say Tian is blessed to dance with such a girl, but their dance moves seemed off. It turns out that Tian was trying to touch her and Xia was dodging. In the end, they just started fighting like kids. After half an hour, Tan had given up as he had swollen hands. Xia tells him that officers are persistent. Just then, she receives a call and she instantly runs to her car. Tian joins her saying that at least she can drop him off as it's too late to get a taxi. He asks why is she in such a hurry. She says she has no time and he can just go with her. She quickly drives to the hospital and asks one of the doctors about her mother. The doctor keeps staring at his bosom and says that her mother is Ak. Xia asks if she can see her mother, but the doctor says she must not stay for long. Just then, Tian remembers the doctor's face and calls him out. The doctor is shocked and quickly walks away saying that her mother is in room 318. Xia meets her mom. Her mother tells her that it's fine and she doesn't have to worry, and she is more worried about her marriage as Xia is known for her bad temper. Her mom asks who the man is. Tan introduces himself. Her mom asks what he thinks of Xia. Xia feels shy. Tan grabs her and says that Xia is really nice and tender and that she treats him well and even calls him the most handsome man in the world. Her mom tells her that she shouldn't let Tian go and treat him well. Xia tells her mom that she has to talk with Tian and will be back shortly. She confronts him outside and tells him that he shouldn't have said all that and now he can take a taxi and go home. Tan says that he said all that to make her happy because her condition is severe and if not treated accordingly, she won't survive the next 2 months. Xia says that he can't just talk nonsense about his mother. Tan says that it's the truth and even though he can't cure it, he can help in prolonging her life. She can't believe it. Xia knows from his file that he has a knack for Chinese medicine and that he saved an entire village from the plague as well. Tian says that for the sake of her butt he had groped, he can do it. Xia asks him what he needs in return. Tian says that he only needs one more dance with her. Later on, Tian lists down all her symptoms and disease accurately, which surprises both Xia and her mom. Hiss is amazed that he listed down every symptom correctly. Tian says that at the moment they have to cure her diarrhea as the others can be cured after. Tian thinks that this disease is difficult to cure even in the future, but if he manages to prolong her life, he can cure her completely in stages. He tells Xia to give her this precipitation for 7 days in both evenings and mornings as this will make her better. Xia's mom asks if he is a doctor, to which Tian says that he is not a doctor, but they can trust him, and that for a chance to dance with Xia, he will do his best making Xia feel embarrassed. Xia asked him that she had read his file and that he only seemed rude and shameless. Where did he get his medical skill? Tian says that why are all the women so concerned with this question? Xia says that she only wanted to see the level of his prescription and that even he can ask questions. Tian seizes the opportunity and asks how her bosom is so big, which makes her angry again. Just then the hypocrite doctor arrives. Tian says he should make up an excuse again to get away from him as he did last time, but the doctor says that he really did have something to do. He also asks for his cure as well, but Qian says that he isn't a doctor and tells him to go away. The doctor grabs his leg and begs him to treat him. Tian says that he isn't a doctor and that he is under no oath to help him. He leaves with Xia, who asks why he isn't helping him. He counters her and asks why she does not let him grope her. She said that because she doesn't want to. Tian says the same logic applies here as he doesn't want to either, and if he helped everyone who asked, then he himself would die of exhaustion. The doctor curses at him and is pissed as hell. The next day, Zhu and Kui tell Liu that Qian wasn't able to cash the check and that it was torn to pieces. Liu feels some relief that now he has his 30 million back and can buy so many beauties with it. They also ask Liu about Chang and what they should do with her. Liu says that he will obviously keep targeting her until she caves in. Zhu tells him that he has medicine that can help him accelerate his inner desires. Liu yells at him that he won't stoop so low. He can buy girls with his money and doesn't need that drug. He tells him that he will only use it when he loses his patience. Liu asks about Cheng's progress, to which Kui says that she owes the bank a lot of money, and that if he was to lend her some, then she might fall for him. Liu thinks that it's a great idea since he just got the 30 million, he can use that to win her over. He also asks about Tian's whereabouts and says that he is strange and needs to be killed. Just then, Qian happens to enter the room saying that somebody seems to be looking for him, so he is here. Everyone is shocked, Liu especially. Tian says that he needs to talk so his two goons can go out, to which they get offended. Kui tells him that they can't act harshly as he's a part of the Yu family. Tian says that as he already knows his check was torn, so he needs Liu to write another one. Liu says that he won't and that they are done. He should have kept it safe. Tian laughs and says that did he really think that he didn't have a backup, and says that he will release the video to the media and it won't be good for his image. Liu says that he won't write another check even if he dies. Tian says that it's fine and hopes he doesn't regret it. Liu tells him that he will write it for the backup video. Tian knows that this 30 million is nothing, as he knows he will send people to assassinate him, but he will still come anytime if he needs more money. Liu gets mad and says that he has had enough and will not tolerate it any longer. He tells his goons that whoever kills him will get 10 million no matter who kills him. They both agree to avenge him. Similarly, at a huge villa, we see the Yi family where the father is shocked when he hears that Chan is alive from his son. His son asks if he should assassinate him, but his father tells him not to act harshly and to focus on the current task, which is Hecting Yu. He asks about his progress with her. His son replies that Xing Yu is not an ordinary girl and she keeps denying me and he has to keep his dignity. His father tells him that sometimes you have to play your cards right. The son suggests drugging and forcing her to be his woman, but his father responds that if he wishes to live, he should reconsider that option. On the other side, we see the Yi family where Hengdong Tian's father asks his father to let Tian back in the family, to which he doesn't agree. The grandfather Haoding says that he does not deserve to be part of the family. Hengdong says that even if Tian isn't the biological son of his mother, but he still is his son and deserves to come back. Haoding says that he does not want a playboy and a scum who will embarrass the Yi family back in as long as he lives. Hengdong later drinks away his sorrows. His wife tells him that he can't solve everything with drinking and says that it's her fault for not giving him a son, but he says that he just feels sorry for his son, and that he is indebted to his mother. She tells him that it's about to be all over and that soon his son's company will go under, so he should go and check it out. Hengdong thinks that whoever is messing with his friend's company must not want to live. He thinks he knows who is behind all this, but his wife tells him that he has no evidence. Later on at Tian's company, we see Cheng ready to meet with Governor Zhu. Her secretary says that she should have a male companion to go with her, to which she says that she already has a fiance and doesn't need a companion. Her secretary tells her that her fiance is missing, and that she needs someone there with her, as she knows Governor Zhu is a pig who hits on every girl. Cheng tells her that no more discussion is needed, and that she is that jerk's fiance after, so she doesn't need protection and heads for the meeting. Her secretary thinks of Tian that his fiance needs him. They meet with Governor Zhu at a hotel, and she apologizes for being late. They understand that she's a busy woman after all and ask her to sit down, and Zhu introduces Mr. Wang, who recently joined the bank. Mr. Wang uses sly words to sweet-talk Ms. Cheng and shakes her hand, making Ms. Cheng feel uncomfortable. He apologizes and says that her hands are so soft that he became absent-minded. She tells them they can talk while they eat. Mr. Zhu asks Ms. Cheng that her secretary should leave as they intend to discuss important matters. Her secretary knows this and thinks that Ms. Cheng should not do this. Ms. Cheng says that her secretary is like her sister, and they can freely discuss anything with her present. Mr. Zhu says that if she doesn't trust us, then they shouldn't need to talk anymore. Ms. Cheng tells her secretary to get out, and she leaves. Both the governors think that now the last hurdle is cleared, and now they can easily do as they please. The food arrives, and they all start drinking. They say cheers and scoff down one drink after the other. Ms. Zhu points out to Ms. Cheng that she is sleazy because she left some wine inside the glass, and it's not appropriate to do so. Ms. Cheng says that they are drinking wine, not licking it, so it happens. Ms. Wang says that they shouldn't even spare a drop. Ms. Cheng apologizes and says that in return she will drink another glass. Both governors applaud her for being so amazing. Both of them keep pouring her wine and she drinks. In the midst of this, she asks if her company can get some relaxation for the loan. They both look at her and feel as if they will burst. Ms. Zhu says that as long as she keeps drinking, they will be glad to extend the loan. She keeps drinking, and about an hour later, she feels that her alcohol tolerance is going down, so she excuses herself to the bathroom. Her secretary tells her that she shouldn't drink more, as she might lose control of herself. Ms. Cheng says that she has it under control. Her secretary was furious and left. Ms. Cheng looks at herself and thinks if all this is worth it for that jerk. All this for a fiance who doesn't even care. She cries and thinks that this isn't even her company, and yet she strives for it. She goes back to the table, and both the governors give each other a weird look. Mr. Wang says that they talk and decided that it's not good to fill a woman with so much alcohol, and that this drink will be their last. Ms. Cheng felt relieved and drank first and said they should eat now. Just then she felt uneasy and knew that these two monsters drugged her. She excuses herself again and heads to the bathroom. She can barely keep running and has no energy. She had to run away, but she stumbles and luckily falls in Tian's hands, who laughs and says that he didn't mean to meet her like this. The two governors can't stand that she keeps on going to the bathroom and say that maybe she is running away. Mrs. Yu says that she quick on her feet as she quickly got up when she sensed that she was drugged. Mr. Wang says that the amount of dose he gave her, she must be hallucinating and crying that she couldn't get away far enough. They both run towards her. Tian, on the other hand, took her into a room and let her sit in the bathtub to make her feel relaxed as she was heating up too much. He thinks that they needs medicine right now, but didn't have any herbs around, so he ordered some online, but the delivery is taking too much time. He thinks that in his previous life he didn't have anyone, but now the heavens have given her a pretty fiance. Just then, Ms. Chang grabs Tian and pulls him into the bathtub and grabs him close. She wants to kiss him, but Tian knew that this was the drugs and he couldn't take advantage of her like this. But Ms. Chang is persistent. Tian thinks that he needs to control his senses, otherwise he will be aroused too. He thinks that his willpower will be enough to control his arousal, but it's not enough. He quickly eats some medicine that he had made especially for such a scenario, and it worked, but Ms. Chang was still under the drug and was acting weird. Tian feels bad for her that they had drugged her so much, and this even risks her life. Just then, the delivery man arrives and he quickly creates a temporary antidote that will help her dial down the effect. He puts her to bed and then decides that now he has some other people to take care of. Both the governors have drinks again. Ms. Wang says that even though the girl is gone, they could still go and have fun outside with the other girls in any club. Mrs. Yu says that it's no issues and that sooner or later she will have to come back as she cares about the company and can't see it go under. Mr. Wang adds that if they get the chance, he wants to have fun with her first, as he had to come all the way here just for her. Mrs. Yu says that they both have to have fun with her and make sure that she falls to her knees and begs them. They both laugh while Tian comes in with an evil smile. They both ask him who he is. He picks up a wine bottle and smashes it on top of Mr. Zhu's head and says that he shouldn't have bullied his women. Mr. Wang gets furious and asks him who he thinks he is, and what they do with women is none of his business. Mr. Zhu threatens him and says that he doesn't know who he is dealing with as he kept bleeding down. Chin picks up the plates and smashes it against both of their heads, and they start to bleed all over the table. Mr. Wang tries to punch him, but his body goes numb and he falls down. So does Mr. Zhu. They both couldn't move. Chin grabs a soup that was just served as it was piping hot. He says that this salty soup will go perfectly with their bleeding heads and pours it onto their heads. They both scream in agony and cruise him. Mr. Zhu threatens him again, saying that he doesn't know who he is dealing with. Chan instantly smashes another plate on his head and grabs him by asks if he knows who he is. Sure doesn't know, and Tian smashes another plate on him, saying that he is the medicine sage. Even Tian is injurious. Fighting is not his strong point. He turns to Mr. Wang and asks him who he, to which he replies that he is the medicine sage. Tian then asks him if he likes men. He says he doesn't, so Tian smashes another plate on his face, to which he says that he does like men. Chan tears a bag and throws it in the air, saying that soon he will like men even in his death. A waiter is seen going to deliver dishes to the governor's room, but hears some weird noises and opens the door. He is shocked at what he sees and drops the dish. Fellow waiters rush to him to ask what had happened, and they too are shocked to see both governors having fun. The waiters are even more shocked that they are doing all this while their head bleeds out. One of the waiters records it in hopes that it goes viral. Meanwhile, Officer Xia is seen watching the tapes of the hotel. The manager points towards a strange man who had entered the room. Officer Xia knows exactly who that is and yells at Tian for always messing around. The next day at the bank, Tian approaches the same cashier and tells her that he missed her so much. She thanks him for all that he did yesterday. Tian asks if she will go to dinner with him, to which she replies that she will after work. He keeps flirting with her and she asks if he needs anything else, as she's quite busy. The woman behind tells him to hurry up and withdraw or deposit whichever he wants. He feels nervous and asks her to cash this check for him. The cashier is shocked to see a 30 million check again and thinks that he is really wealthy. In the hotel, Miss Chang wakes up and she immediately looks at her clothes and thinks that maybe those two governors assaulted her, and she starts to cry. She even checks to see any signs of force, but she couldn't find any. She thinks that a man did appear and maybe it was Tian who saved her. She had a voice recorder on the entire time just in case, and she plays it. She hears a man saying that she shouldn't have gone to drink with those and that why did she do all this for the company. He also ordered medicines, and Chang thinks that this is her fiance's voice and hears her own voice trying to seduce Tian as well. She hears the entire thing from how she wanted to seduce him and how he did not want to take advantage of him, and she is so embarrassed. Chang thinks that maybe that Tian took advantage of her while she was sedated, as he would always take advantage of such girls. She says that it's pointless to talk about any of this and that she needs to focus on how to deal with Governor Zhu so that she can repay the bank. Just then, her secretary rushes in and hugs her. She was worried and was trying to reach her but couldn't. She asks if the two governors did anything bad to her. If so, she will call the police. She tells her that she is fine and that someone had saved her. Her secretary then shows her the video of the two governors having fun. Cheng is surprised to see this and thinks who could have done such a thing. She also tells Cheng that someone had sent the company 29 million. Cheng asks if it was a client, to which her secretary says that they have no client who owed them this much. Just then, there is a knock at the door and police enter and they ask her to insist the investigation regarding the Governor Zhu's assault. Later on, we see Tian, who gets up early to answer the door, and to his surprise, it's Officer Xia. She asks him to put on some clothes and not act as a pervert. He teases her, saying that is she amazed with his body. She says that she just wants him to come to the station and give his statement as he is suspect in the Governor Zhu's assault case. Xian asks her to give him a break and that she keeps calling him down to the station and that she should give him some relaxation as they are so attached. Xia tells him that she is here for evidence and will investigate, so Qian agrees and tells her that he will come with her after putting on some pants and puts them on in front of her, which pisses her off. She tells him to get in the car, but he tells him that he doesn't like her ride and that he will take his own ride and brings out his bicycle, which shocks Xia. He gloats about it that he accidentally found it and bought it, and that he would never sell it even for 5 million. Tian tells her that he is going to meet her there. Xia follows her behind his old bicycle. Pedestrians laugh at him for riding such an old antique bike. Even Xia was embarrassed. Tian locks his bike, to which Xia tells her that his bike won't be stolen from the station. He ignores her questions and says that she doesn't know its value. He tells him to go in and that another person is there for the same trial. He enters, and as Cheng is shocked to see Tian there. They both look at each other. Tian asks if she is up, to which she says that how else would she be. Tian is hesitant, but Cheng yells at him that she couldn't find him and does he think of her as a toy? Chen apologizes and Officer Xia tells them that this is a police station and to resolve their private matters somewhere else. Later in the cafe, they sit and talk. Chen asks if she is happy to be engaged to him, but she asks him to answer her first. That was he the one who saved her? He tells her that it was him and he was there by chance. She asks him how he found her and why he didn't take advantage of her. Chen replies that he just happened to find her, and that she would hate him if he took advantage of her like that, and that he was sorry for what she had to go through. She asks about his medical knowledge, to which he says that he just came across a remedy. Chen asks that she hasn't answered his question yet, that is she happy to be engaged with him. Cheng starts to cry that how could she be happy. She said that he had the main role and yet he left her all alone. Tian tells her that they should break off the engagement, which shocks her. He gets up and says that she won't be happy with him and that the company is hers now as she deserves it more than anyone. Cheng is speechless. Tian tells her that he will need some time to collect the documents and he will talk to her after a couple of days at her home. Later at night, Cheng keeps thinking about all this. Her mother asks if she is okay. She has been acting weird since she came back home. Her dad asks her as well. She tells them that Tian wants to break off the engagement. Both her parents ask what about the company. She tells them that it will be hers. Her dad is happy that at least he is good for something and that his daughter is free now. Her mom tries to change her mood by saying that her sister is coming back and they should celebrate, but she says that she needs to be with herself. She takes a shower and thinks that Tin is completely different than before, and even though she is free from that bastard, but she can't seem to cheer up. The next day, Tin visits Cheng in her house. Cheng's parents are amazed that Chin is here on a bike and that he used to always buy a car above 1 million, but now he is riding an old bike. Even Cheng thinks that he is different. He tells her parents that he is here to break off the engagement and that he is no good for Cheng. He explains that she has been suffering since she has been engaged and now's its time to end this relation. Both her parents are confused. Her dad asks if he knows what he is doing and does he plan on going back to the family. Tian says that he has no intentions to follow those people and he can't live like that. Her dad asks then why has he left the company to Chen. He throws a file saying that she deserves it and that she is the one who has made all these efforts, so she will be the owner. He tells Cheng to sign the papers and the company will be hers. She says that he can leave it and she will read it when needed. Her dad yells at her that it's a fair deal, that the engagement is finished and he never touched her, so it's a perfect deal for her. She tells her father that she knows what she is doing and asks Tian if he was the one who transferred the money. He tells her that it was her. She questions him that why cancel the engagement and still help her. He tells her that it was compensation for atonement. She yells who sends 29 million as atonement. Her dad gets shocked hearing the amount of money and feels a pain in his chest and falls down. She quickly gives him his medicine and tells him that he shouldn't be excited and why he did that. Her dad tells her that any sane person would react the same after hearing 29 million and his chest starts hurting again. Cheng wants to take him to the hospital, but Qian tells him that he can fix it. He uses his technique called Huage to apply pressure on some points that relieve the pain. Qian writes a prescription for him and guides her to give him this 3 times a day every week. Both of them are speechless. Tian tells them to look at the prescription, not him. Her mother asks if he was a doctor. Tian says that he just picked up a medical book and learned a few things and left. Chang seemed interested and thinks that he is playing a game with her and drops the paper. Chang goes through his files and understands that the Yi family is quite influential in this city. He learns that the original owner of the body may have looked like a playboy from the outside, but he was bullied and looked down upon by his family. Tian thinks that he should seek justice for him since he is now using his body. Tian knows that even if he does nothing, someone will interfere as it's related to the inheritance as well. He thinks that now that his company and fiance are gone, he has to find a way to earn money in order to cope with the Yi family, and the aim at the moment is to make money. Tian goes to his ex-company and everyone is shocked to see him there. He goes to see Cheng, and they are shocked as well. He asks if he has signed the papers yet or not. Cheng grabs him and tells him that she doesn't have what he needs and that he needs to come with her to meet an important client. Tian is shocked as well while Cheng drags him. Tian thinks that she must be crazy as she is not accepting the company for free. Even the secretary thinks that she hates him, so why is she taking him to meet the clients? They go to meet the clients at a hotel. Tian notices that her fiance was actually very hot and that it was a pity to break off the engagement. Cheng tells him that he has to help her today and drink lots today as he used to drink a lot, and he agrees. They meet Miss Zhang, the manager of an international group in China. He greets them and asks them to sit. Tian is shocked to see 8 bottles of liquor. Miss Zhang goes straight to the point and tells them that they should drink and that he can recognize a man's character after they are drunk. Cheng tells Tian that he needs to drink with him, otherwise their business will be in trouble. Miss Zhang takes it a step further and tells them if any of them can beat him in this drinking game, then they win. As Cheng agrees, Tian asks how big the order is and she tells him that it's 10 million and that they need this deal in order to survive, otherwise the company will be finished. Tian cooks up a plan and asks Mr. Zhang to raise the stakes to 50 million instead. And as Cheng gets worried and hopes that he doesn't lose this deal, Miss Zhang tells him after drinking these 2 bottles that if he can continue, he will add 5 million for each glass he drinks after this. And as Cheng says that he is just joking and that you shouldn't take him so seriously. Miss Zhang asks if she doubts his sincerity. That is, Cheng says that it's not that, but drinking 1 bottle is already more than enough, but 2 bottles is pushing it. Tian tells her to give him a chance and that he likes risks. Miss Zhang asks who the man is to her, to which Tian replies that he is her fiance, but he will break off their engagement tomorrow. Cheng thinks if she hates her at much if you want to break off the engagement that quick. Tian tells the secretary to get the new contract ready and that he will be right back from the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom and eats some medicine and is ready to start. He comes back and tells Mr. Zhang to just wait and watch. Tian picks up 1 bottle and starts drinking and finishes 1 bottle. He loved the taste. Cheng asks if he is alright, to which he says that if she gets this close, he won't be. Miss Zhang is impressed and asks him to continue. Tian picks up the other bottle, but Cheng tells him to be careful and not force himself. He asks if she is worried for him. Cheng blushes and hopes he dies from drinking, but she doesn't mean it. Tian drinks the other bottle as well. Cheng is super happy as she has 15 million now and the company will be saved. Tian keeps drinking 1 bottle after the other and ends up finishing all the bottles. He tells Miss Zhang that the deal was 50 million and hopes he doesn't forget. Miss Zhang says that he's fairly impressed with him and asks to bring the contract to sign, and he leaves. Cheng is so happy that she hugs Tian and can't believe what he has done and asks how he did it, to which he tells that he got possessed and nothing more. Later at the company, Cheng thinks if he really is his fiance. He has acquired medical skills, is a good drinker, and didn't take advantage of her on that day either. She thinks again if she should sign the agreement to break off the engagement. Just then she gets a call from Hao and asks if he is already back or not. They meet for a coffee and Hao asks how she has been. She starts to cry and Hao tells her that it's fine and she can cry. Cheng tells her that Chan was missing and he left the company all alone and she was distressed. He tries to console her, but she says that she is fine, which shocks him. Hao tells her that he came back for her and that she should leave her fiance and go with her. They both could enjoy the life that they had imagined. Cheng is shocked at what Hao has said. He tells her fiance doesn't deserve her at all. She asks him to change the topic, but he keeps telling her that they have to talk about it. He wants to take the chance he wasn't able to take in his youth on campus. He tells her that he won't give up and asks if she loves him. She tells him to spare her, but he keeps telling her that she will ruin her life, and is she really happy with that scum? She gets up and tells him that she doesn't know and leaves. He tries to follow her but stops. Later at night when Cheng comes home, her mother asks if she met Hao. He had came earlier today. She says that she is going to take a shower. Both her parents are confused and think maybe Tian bullied her, and usually she is happy to see Hao back. Cheng thinks to herself that Hao was right about ending the relation with Tian, and that he should have accepted his proposal. Cheng thinks she's in love with a playboy. The next day, Cheng is seen going to the office with baggy eyes as she was not able to sleep well. Hao is waiting for her with roses in front of the office. She is shocked to see him there. Hao hands the flowers to her and asks if she is able to dine with him at noon. Just then, Qian appears with his trusty bike and asks what they are doing this early in the morning and is he disturbing a private moment? Cheng is speechless, but Hao asks if he can have a word with him. Qian asks if he knows who she is. Tian thinks to himself that he has guts to chase his fiancé and could have waited until the engagement was off. Hao yells at her and asks that he is her fiancé and what has he done the past year that shows that he deserves her? Qian tells him that it's none of his business and he should stay out of this. Hao tells him that even though he might not have the right to ask him, he can certainly go after Ms. Cheng. Tian tells him that it's completely her choice. He taunts Hao by saying that she doesn't like him very much. Hao threatens him that he will be sorry as well if he dares to touch Ms. Cheng. Qian asks him to fight him if he has the guts. Ms. Cheng tells them to stop all this. Tian asks if she thinks he is fighting for himself and just walks away into the building. Ms. Cheng feels that she might have done something to upset him and feels uneasy. Hao says that she must dine with him, to which she says that she might not be available and that she is busy now. Cheng goes to meet him and asks if he is angry with her. Tian tells her that he was disappointed but he can't talk at the moment. She tells him that it's not what he thinks. Tian tells her that it's none of his business and that he wants to know when she will sign the documents and that it's her last time coming here so she should hurry. Qian and Cheng leave the office and Tian taunts Hao for being a guard who waits at the door. Just then, a super-fast car almost runs over Tian. It's the spoiled brat of the Yi family who calls Tian a loser. Hao greets the brat and the brat is happy to see him Hao as well. The brat asks if Hao is there to date Cheng. Hearing this, Tian seems to leave but Cheng asks him why he is leaving. He tells her that he has work to do and doesn't want to get in between them. The brat stops him and tells him that he is looking at the next heir of the Yi family and does he have anything to say. Shen doesn't care at all about the future heir and that the Yi family isn't that awesome that you will be upset after being kicked. Tian tells him to convey his message that soon the Yi family will change hands and that they will be under his control. As Cheng thinks that Tian has changed as he used to hide when he would see Guang before and now he is standing up for himself. Even Hao thinks that Tian is quite competent and that he needs to be careful as well. Guang tells Tian that a loser like him could never do such a thing. Qin tells him that they will soon find out and they all will be thrown outside by this loser as well. He will take everything back and the Yi family will be his. As Cheng is impressed and can't believe that this is actually Tian. Guang says that he is all talk and no show. Guang thinks that he needs to get hold of Hao and make his relations with him strong as well. Hao asks what he meant about that it was her choice. Cheng tells her that she had some work left, so she will be heading back to the office. Guang tells him that he knows what he meant and tells him that he has given her the agreement to sign for breaking their engagement, and that he gave his company to her as well. Guang tells Hao that he can help him date Cheng. Cheng stares out the window and thinks about Tian and what he has been through. She thinks if he really will break off the engagement. Her secretary comes in and tells her to decide already, and that Hao is the best choice for her and she should let go of Tian. She tells him that she will think about it. Tian talks to himself and says that he will clear his name and make the Yi family his, but he couldn't keep his fiancé with him. Shen knows that now it's time to go back and be the medicine mage. Later on, everyone is looking at something, and it turns out that Tian has set up a stall that labels that he can cure any disease. He had put up a banner that listed the problems that he can fix and just sits down. Everyone asks various questions like if he can really cure any disease and if he is qualified or not. Tian tells them that he doesn't belong to any hospital as they can't afford his experience. Everyone laughs at him and thinks that he is crazy. Tian says that it's their own choice to avail this service and that he will not force anyone. Meanwhile, Ms. Wang is passing by and notices the crowd and decides to interrogate. She meets Tian and laughs at what he is doing. Tian tells Ms. Wang to mind her business and if he needed the media's attention, he would have called it. She tells him that she will help as this way he won't get a single patient. She broadcasts Tian on television and asks him a series of questions. Tian knows that someone will recognize his ability. He tells them that whoever thinks less of him are short-sighted themselves. Cheng happens to be seeing the channel and laughs hard and wants to enjoy it even more. At the Yi Mansion, everyone is watching Tian's interview. Tian is showing off and saying various things. Guang tells his dad that it's Tian the loser. Henkai taunts Tian's dad for the act of his bastard son. The Yi family's eldest grandfather is furious about Tian's action and calls him a black sheep. He warns Tian's dad that he knows that he is funding his son secretly and that this needs to stop. Guang adds more fuel to fire by saying that Tian was telling that soon the Yi family will be his and that he will throw them all out. This makes the grandpa even more angry. Guang also tells them about how he's breaking off his engagement with Cheng as well. Tian's dad gets bad that Tian broke off an engagement when he had worked so hard to fix him up with such a great woman. Chan's little sister tells that her brother is doing this for some reason. Their aunt also tells them that M's Chang is also running the business pretty well after Tian gave it away. As Wang tells him that no one is here, and if he still has the same confidence as before, Chan is confident and tells her that things take time. Just then, Derwu finds him again and asks if he has a patient and if he can cure him. Tian tells him as long as he can pay, he will cure them. Everyone is shocked that even Derwu knows him. He is discussing something with Derwu when suddenly a man runs towards him asking if he can cure him. Chin already from afar understood what issues he had and that he was filthy rich. The man asks if anything is wrong with him. Chan tells him all the points that he had and gives him a prescription. The man gives him a check for 100,000, but Chan demands 1 million and the man pays it. Derwu even guarantees the prescription, and Wang is jealous that he made 1 million so quickly. Meanwhile, Cheng watches all the updates and is having fun reading them. Just then, Ho calls her, but she doesn't receive his call. He steps out and approaches her home. Cheng's mom tells him that Ha is here to see him and she agrees to meet him. She goes down and tells him that she was just a bit tired. Her mom tells her that they should go outside for a walk or a movie and have fun. Cheng agrees and they go out for a walk. Hao asks if Tian is the reason for him being so tired. She tells him how she could care about him. Just then, she hears a voice and looks over to see Tian is giving a ride to a small kid on his bike. She can't believe him that this is the same person who used to be a playboy. The girl's mother comes to take her away. Ha notices him too and asks what he is doing here. Chan notices them as well and asks what she wants. Ha tells them that they are dating and he doesn't need to interfere. Chan leaves and tells Chang that he doesn't mind if she dates anyone else, but that she is still her fiance, so she should make a decision as soon as possible. Chang wants to tell him that it's a misunderstanding and wants to explain, but he leaves. She goes home crying. Her parents think they should talk to her. In the morning, she gets up and is late. She wants to get ready for her office and opens her bag only to see the document is missing. She tries to find it, but she can't. Later at the office, she tries to find the document, but she can't. Just then, her secretary comes in and tells her that a woman from the Yi family has come here to ask. Aunt of the Yi family enters and Chang welcomes her. She shows him a contract and tells her that it only has one condition. If she breaks her engagement with Tai, her company will sign a 300 million deal with them. Chang doesn't agree and says why she needs her to be involved. She just says that she knows it will break off, but she wants to speed up the process. The aunt warns Miss Chang to know the pros and cons of this contract. Chang asks why she wants to do this, and she needs to know the truth. The aunt says isn't she a bit too much concerned with her soon-to-be ex-fiance? Chang tells her that it's none of her business, and does she want to harm Tian? The aunt leaves by saying that she is a strong woman, but she won't be able to survive. Cheng thinks that something is wrong, and she immediately wants to go home and find the papers. She heads out, but is stopped by her secretary and two men. She tells them that they are lawyers and wants to meet him. They tell that now, after signing the papers, they are here to entrust the business finally into her hands. She can't believe it and knows that she didn't sign a contract yet, but how is this possible? The lawyer tells him that she has canceled the engagement, and by this the entire company has been transferred to her. He shows her the document which has her signature, and she can't believe it. She says that this is forgery and that someone is playing them. They tell her that she can send a claim and have a similar handwriting check as well. She runs and wants to find Tian and get to the bottom of this. It is raining, she yells and calls for Tian and falls down. Just then, Ho comes over to help her. Tian sees this and is happy that Cheng has taken the right decision. Tian says that it's over and he can move on. The secretary stops him and asks what he is doing and why he treats her manager like that. Tian says that how is it anything new? Everyone knew this would be the outcome. She asks Tian why he had the agreement even though she had not signed it. Tian tells her that he was sent a signed copy by her, and so he signed them back and approved all this. Shannon says that now what is done and nothing can be done. The secretary smiles and records the whole thing as she knew that everything was a mistake and that his will clarify everything. Chen goes to meet Darwu. Tian tells him that he had agreed to come here if he gets paid, but this place is creeping him out with all the security and guards with guns. He asks who this patient is. Darwu tells him that he can only tell him that his surname is Ning and can't disclose any other details. He also advises Tian to be careful and watch his mouth. Chan enters the room where a kid and a man are waiting for him. Shen has a look at the old man who is sleeping on his bed and asks if this is the Great Master. Darwu tells him that yes, this is him. Tian starts to list down all the symptoms and shocks the man as well that he listed each symptom just by looking. He grabs Tian and asks what his success rate is, to which Tian tells him that it's 70%, but it will cost a lot. Darwu thinks that he is so greedy. The young kid hands him a check of 5 million and Tian immediately grabs his arm and asks him to bring a piece of paper and a pen. He writes all the required medicines and herbs and gives them the prescription and asks the man to boil these herbs and bring a towel along with it. After some time, gets the medicines and dips the towel into it and rubs it over the man. Tyan thinks that maybe he will be misunderstood, but this old man needs special treatment. He massages him as well. Later on, he tells him to do this 3 times a day and he will be better in a month or 2. The man takes notes of every step. Chien and Darwoo leave. Darwoo tells Tyan that he is a good man and a great doctor, even better than him. He discusses how his engagement broke off and Tyan is amazed that even he got the news this fast and he needs to get to his point quickly. Darwoo tells him that he has a granddaughter and asks him to be his grandson-in-law. He asks if she is in good shape. He agrees and would like to meet her. Darwoo tells him that he will set up a dinner date with her as soon as she is back. Darwoo doesn't want to lose a genius like him and will do anything that's possible. In the night, while Tan is sleeping, he has lewd dreams but suddenly wakes due to knocking on the door. He is pissed that he was dreaming of pretty girls and who disturbed his sleep, and he opens the door to see a pretty girl in a uniform. She tells him to wear some clothes. Tyan says that it's his house, he can wear anything he wishes, to which she tells him again to wear his clothes. He denies it and says that hasn't she seen a man like this before? She kicks him to the ground and tells him that if he insults her again, she will not spare him. Shin is hurt and can't believe it and just wants to have fun with the girl. The girl tells him to shut up. Tyan tries to close the door, but she grabs hold of it and doesn't let go. They struggle at the door and Tyan says that she is strong like a bull. The girl kicks him again and tells him to watch his mouth. Ken is hurt again and tells her that she can kill him if she has the guts. She runs towards him and hits him in the face with her knee and treats him like a punching bag. Shin can't believe that she beat him like that. She tells him again to stop with the nonsense. Kang gets up again, but she punches him in the gut, but he still acts as if he is not scared. She asks him if he thinks she can't kill him. He tells her if she can kill him, it's fine, but if he gets his hands on her, she will be paraded in front of the crowd naked. She asks about her grandpa, and that is he's sure about his treatment. He now understands that she is that old man's granddaughter. He tells her that now he won't cure her grandpa, so she points a gun at him and tells him to follow her. She throws him in the van and takes him to see her grandpa. He rushes in and tells the man that he can't do anything for the man's illness. He asks him why he changed his decision and how come there are bruises on his face. He tells him that he will do as he pleases, an eye for eye is his way, and now he won't cure this old man. He asks to get him, and the girl replies that she hit him. Her dad asks Siki why she did this, but she labels it as a mistake. Chagan shows the bruises all over his body and tells him even these are a mistake. He tells them that he won't charge them for yesterday either and will return the check. He tells them to find someone better. The man apologizes for her daughter's behavior and asks forgiveness, but Chien tells him that she should be more educated then. The father slaps her daughter. Shin tells them that they can resort to this once he leaves. Siki asks her dad if he can really cure Grandpa. Her dad tells him that even Derwoo speaks highly of him. Siki tells him that she looked into his file and that he is just a bastard of the Yi family and playboy. How can he have medical skills? Her dad tells him that things are not always as they appear and tells her to take care of this business and that she must revert all this to make sure he can cure her grandpa. Back at the office, Cheng has brought all her belongings to the office, and the secretary asks what she is doing. She tells him that her mom had signed the papers, and since she found this out, she will never return to that house again and she has rented a house as well. She also asks if she has heard from him, but her secretary tells her that he doesn't have a phone, so it's hard to reach him out. Shin wakes up and recovers it, but from his last night's adventure, and is still pisses at the girl, and once she gets in his hands, she will be as good as dead. He opens the shades and sees a beautiful girl in the building across from him. He says that it's a pity that he doesn't have a telescope with him. Just then another girl appears, and Tyan thinks those sisters are his type. The young girl spots him, and Tyan thinks he is busted. They look at him and take off their robes. Tyan gets pissed that they are wearing swimsuits underneath, and who does that? The girls laugh at him and show him the middle finger. He gets even more pissed. Chin wants to teach them a lesson and heads out to show them what he's got. That is all for today. Remember to comment and like to keep this series going.